And I just want to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks because they are 3-7 in their last 10 games with Doc Rivers as the head coach. Everybody knew in their right mind this was not gonna be a good hire for them, and I just couldn't believe they tanked their season like this. But it didn't get tanked right here. It got tanked in the off season. Here's why: because they had plenty of options. They had options between Nick Nurse, they had Adrian Griffin, and I forget the last candidate name. I forgot. I think it was an offensive minded head coach. I forgot. But it was definitely between Nick Nurse and Adrian Griffin. And the Milwaukee Bucks front office wanted to give Nick Nurse the job. But guess what? They had to listen to the franchise player who's been making threats all season, saying I will leave. And well, he didn't say I would leave directly. He would just find opportunity elsewhere if the Milwaukee Bucks is not on the same page as him on winning games. Okay, so that's one thing right there. Okay, then when he got Adrian Griffin, he wanted Adrian Griffin, and he was pushing hard to get Adrian Griffin, right? Okay, so then after that they get Damian Lillard. So we get two star level players for a new head coach. By my head, like Adrian Griffin was building offense around Giannis and basically Giannis only, right? Dog, now incoming Damian Lillard, now you have to change your whole foundation of the offense because now you got to accommodate two star level players. Now they sign Malik Beasley later in free agency, so you bring him into the fold. Now you have a Damian Lillard Malik Beasley backcourt. And that's the main problem we're talking about right here, right now. A Malik Beasley, Damian Lillard backcourt was not gonna work. I don't care how much you try to use Malik Beasley as a point of attack defender. It's not going to work because first off, he don't have good foot speed whatsoever. His athleticism not good. I don't think he has the capabilities to like hold up and wall off defenders with his one-on-one defensive ability. I don't think so at all. And we all know Damian Lillard struggles on defense, so I'm not even going to get into that at all. But yeah, and then it was like scheme like differences, right? So the Bucks under Mike Budenholzer, they were running like a primary drop cover scheme. Adrian Griffin said he wanted to change that and have Brook Lopez come up and have like a hedging scheme, right? You saw how Brook Lopez reacted. Like he basically scoffed at the defensive scheme. Basically, every time Adrian Griffin tells him to come up, and then they give up like a backdoor play or something like that. He looks at the coach staff, put his hands up, all that, throwing a fit. That's why they ultimately trade his brother. Now his brother a free agent because you not finna keep acting like this. Expect to have your way all the time. You already signed here, buddy. You know where you going to go now. So yeah, I just didn't understand that because Adrian Griffin actually was trying to help the defense. He actually tried, but the players were scoffing at it, so he had to revert back to drop coverage, and now the defensive struggles were still going on. Like this was a team that held they had on defense, dog. I think they was the number. I think they was the number one defense last year. If not, they was definitely top three. Then they had a season where it was like middle of the pack, but they came right back to like top five. So they was a primary defensive team who had struggles in the half court. Now they are a primary offensive team that have struggles on defense, but in the half court situation, in late games, they still having problems just like they had with Mike Budenholzer. So far we touched on defense and half court offensive scheme in the late game situations. And you can tell this was not going good because they are having struggle games with like bottom feeder teams. Mind you, the old Bucks team, they are destroying these teams. Now, as of late, I think they destroyed the Hornets and somebody else. I forgot. But that's like probably only one team they could probably destroy. They lost to the Blazers as of late. They lost to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies. I understand G.G. Jackson. He's basically like a first round talent that dropped in the second round. And folks was wondering like why he just didn't wait. But I'll probably make a video of him later on. But yeah, G.G. Jackson, Vince Williams, even Zaire Williams was getting his game on, dog. Zaire Williams. Mind you, Grizzlies fans was turning on dude. So that's to tell you all you need to know how bad the Bucks defense was yesterday's game. That was pathetic. Okay, and I'm not surprised their struggles as a team is still going on, because now you fired Adrian Griffin because you wasn't agreeing with his schemes, you wasn't agreeing how he was holding y'all accountable, and yeah, I guess they were just so turned off by him. They was doing dance moves after the first game. After his firing, they doing dance moves. You see what happens when you do whack stuff like that? No, that should have not been acceptable. But it is what it is. They still have struggles with the accomplished head coach Doc Rivers, even though he has one finals appearance. One. Folks act like this man has multiple finals appearances. He's a top 15 head coach. Give me a break. Give me a break. Folks just don't understand. I don't know. I don't know why the book hasn't been out on Doc Rivers yet. I truly do not know why. And why they think Doc Rivers of all coaches can fix a bad situation. When has he even fixed even a good situation for himself? I don't. This the type of stuff that make me mad. And this team should not be 30, what they are, like 34-20 or something like that. Mind you, when Adrian Griffin left the job, they was 30-13 second in offense. Now they 3-7, so I'm guessing they so when Doc got it, I think it was 31-13. So I think they 34-20. I think they 34-20 right now, which is like bad. At one point they was looking like they was challenging the Celtics for the #1 seed. Now they almost flirting with the 5th seed now. They almost flirting with that now. And now I don't know how it's gonna work at the All-Star break, because the stuff that's going on is not fixable. And with the Gallinari signing, I don't think that's gonna fix anything either. Yeah, you can bring in another half-court scorer, but he's not bringing the defense like that. Maybe you can play him in small ball matchups and have him like guard post-up players like the Hawks did against Embiid that one year in 2021. But yeah, these struggles are beyond trash. I don't know how they improved this team. It was very laughable that they was putting out whack trade packages like freaking Pat Connaughton, Bobby Portis, campaign, second round picks. Oh my God, that was such a pathetic trade package. And then they trade for Patrick Beverly, because at least Doc Rivers acknowledged that Damian Lillard needs another veteran defensive presence in the backcourt. At least they addressed that. But that's all I gotta say. This defense, I mean not this defense, this team as a whole definitely regressed. I don't know what they're gonna do in the offseason. Maybe they just need to go ahead and send Damian Lillard to Miami, get this over with, because this is not a good situation for both parties, as you can tell, because Damian Lillard is also having a bad season for his standards. Now, if you look at the stats, you say these stats are really not that bad, and then folks say, oh, his career averages is like in the 45. When I looked at it, when I did from his prime to now, I think his career averages was like 43 or something like that. And I saw 41, 35 or something like that, and then 90 something. I said, oh, this is really not that bad to me. But if you just like I did with D'Angelo Russell earlier in the season, when you just unfold, look at the stats for what it is, you see Damian Lillard has been struggling in most of his games. It's his good games. It's basically carrying these bad games for sure, because these stats against most of these opponents is bad. And mind you, in that article they said the reason why he was fired, Adrian Griffin, why he was fired, is because Damian Lillard was not cooperate. Well, not cooperate. He wasn't vibing with the offensive scheme. That's what they were basically saying. So I said, good luck. Good luck. You're going to have Doc Rivers as the coach. Now, they're 20th in offense and they're 20th in defense or something like that. Now, Damian Lillard still having bad offensive struggles. So was it Doc? Was it Adrian Griffin? Was it age? Lost the step? The clock? I don't know. When folks like start to wake up about themselves and actually look in the mirror, maybe it's not all on one person. Okay, so it's weird. Then you see Giannis. He's Giannis. He's superstar. He's top 3 point in the world. Yeah, his performance has been fine. I'm not worried about that. But as the team as a collective, I don't know, man. This looking like a pathetic first round exit because, mind you, this contract Giannis is on right now, it's not gonna stop him from requesting a trade. I'm telling you that right now. We've seen multiple times how these players get these big contracts. They wait like a year or two. Matter of fact, the latest example is Bradley Beal. He should have requested a trade before he was up for a max contract. But guess what? He played the game smart for himself. He waited. He got the super max contract, which is like beyond crazy for a guy like Bradley Beal. Then he got no trade clause in the deal. So now he get to dictate wherever he wanted to go, and that's why that's why he's on the Suns right now. You think that contract is going to hold down Giannis? I say good luck to you. You probably going to have to do whatever he say because at this point, he gave you all he can. He can use this and say, oh, I did all I can here. I just want to get to this nation that wants to win. He can really pull that card on y'all after this season. He can really do that. I'm not, like, bro, I'm not trying to put this past any player in the league. Any player in the league besides maybe LeBron James will try to pull some stuff like that. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, and then, like I said early on, they probably just need to go ahead and send Damian Lillard to Miami, bro. Because I don't think this is going to work. The Milwaukee Bucks, they need to just focus on having a young center offense and having some defenders on the back end and just say screw it and just say and just focus on defense again because obviously it's not clicking. It's not clicking. So yeah, that's all I got to say for today's video. Hopefully you guys like,